Things were being broken around the house. We were getting physically violent with each other. Betrayals were happening daily. Lines were being crossed and lies were having a merry time. Among all this upheaval, I would sometimes catch him looking at me with longing and regret. A tiny tear would play hide and seek in his eyes. I would often find myself awake, staring at his sleeping angelic face. That day he broke yet another promise. He shattered my dream again. Out of frustration and agony, I tried to claw at his sister's painting and broke a lamp. He was getting blinded with rage. He wanted me so bad, he just didn't want what I wanted. He loved me, that I knew. He just didn't love me enough to prioritize above all. His agitation showered down on me in the form of violent, desperate smacks. I retaliated. Before long, we were both panting and exhausted. Our wrists and palms were hurting from the physical scuffle. I looked at his face that had angry red scratch marks on it. Oh, that sweet, beautiful, perfect face that I had hurt. He knew he had caused me pain too. He cried knowing that he had lost me forever. I held his head in my lap, running my fingers through his tousled hair and telling him that it will be okay. That he will be fine. That we will never forget what we taught each other about love and ourselves. And that one day, he will use all this experience to make a lovely woman extremely happy. My heart shattered inside, knowing it wouldn't be me. My flight was due in an hour. We both knew that no matter how much we lie, this was going to be our final goodbye. I looked at his exhausted, tear-stained face and asked him to eat something before we leave for the airport. He said, "Srishti, you make the ramen, please. It's somehow always special when you make it." I made it and fed it to him. Oh, the innocence that would radiate from his self at such moments. But I knew that the angel held nothing but pain for me. I folded his laundry before we left the condo. Maybe he could truly and completely love me as he saw the neat folds of his sweatshirts? Maybe he'd see the clean and folded laundry and think about how he was my everything? At the airport, he hugged me around 5 to 6 times. Each time, I'd break free from his arms and turn my back to leave. He would reach out for my arm and pull me back. He kept saying, "I will come for you in 20 days. I will take you with me." I smiled a dry smile, knowing that in his heart even he knew that he wouldn't. He liked my AirPods and asked for them. "I will bring them back when I come for you. I'm coming to Utah in 20 days. I am." Ah, he was weaving the lies into a thicker fabric, just so that even he can feel it's the truth. I played along and gave them to him. "Make sure you don't forget to return these to me," I said. That inanimate object, just a vector to balance false promises on. To give the hearts an excuse to live in a deluded dream. With that, I turned and entered the airport. I hadn't shed a tear yet at this farewell. But once inside, I wept. The relationship had long been dead, we both were just pretending it wasn't. Love can be extremely strange at times. How does it feel? It feels like pretending to be alive in a cemetery of dreams, promises, and commitment.